Hi, everyone. Let's wait a couple of minutes. It's not going to be a long live because I'm trying to get myself out the door. I was in such a rush just to start this. I don't even know. There we go. Hey, heads up. What's up? I'm trying to look at chat, but I'm also trying to get myself out the door. Hey, Deb. What's up? Seems like there's never enough time in the day to do anything anymore. Just putting my face on. Okay. Okay. So, this is my message to Merb and to Jimmy, in case you're listening, Jimmy. Merb, Carolyn, I know you're listening. Um, excuse me, little in my nose. And yes, I'm feeling a lot better. My cough is almost gone. I'm COVID negative. Um, I'll be traveling in a little bit, getting the hell away, getting out of Dodge. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Carolyn, you need to stop. Period. And I want you to think about consequences. And I don't care if there's a part of your brain missing. Somebody better put a poster board in front of you that spells out stop it. Okay? This is not going to go anywhere but bad and worse. And not for us, but for you. Okay? And I say that with mindfulness. It is not a threat. It is life. It is reality. Um, you create what you put out there, whether it's good or bad. And what you're doing is creating a very toxic atmosphere for yourself and your family. And I want you to think really hard about your children. Never mind, people did this, people did that. I'm a victim, I'm a victim, I'm a victim. I want you to put your children as your priority, okay? Because what you're doing are those phone calls, especially those prank calls. I truly believe you have generated those yourself. Can I prove it? No, I can't. But I'm not reading the chat right now, I'm trying to get ready. The circumstances around it are just too coincidental. They never happen at any other time except when you want them to happen. Right? They're robocalls that if you can't hear the prank caller, or they weren't clear enough for you, or to speak loud enough into your microphone so everybody can hear the prank caller talking about your minor children and what they wish to do with them, you ask them to repeat. And they repeat the exact same sentence. There's no shift in their tone. There's no shift in anything. It is absolutely, unequivocally a generated, manually typed in, generated comment that, and these apps are You can go to Prank Robocalls. It's a website. There's plenty of them out there. And if I had the time or a laptop on me, I would show you all how it's done. How it's done. And they are dangerous, and you're using them in such a way that it's going to bite you in the butt. And I don't want to see that happen. I really don't. And it's not a matter of anyone threatening you with, real life stuff. You are creating this on your own. Okay. You can stop there. Oh my God, where's my cell phone? There it is. Okay. Let me read some comments. You need to stop. And Jimmy, you need to stop her. Someone needs to step up to the plate because this is way out of control. Yeah, I haven't had a chance. I was sleeping last night. I can't do these late night things. I can't. So um, I'm going to watch her replay once I leave. Well, unfortunately, the consequences that Carolyn will create on her own. I mean, she can sit there and go live and blame everybody and for every single thing and play victim all she wants. Okay? But she's delusional at this point. Delusional. Um, she forgets that there's real life out there. Okay? That she's already had social services visit her, right? What is she thinking? And forget about who reported her. That doesn't matter. The reality is they came. And obviously they investigated and found enough reason because when someone goes, the 60 days or whatever it is, that's an open investigation. And it doesn't mean when they close it, you're in the clear. You faded out on BBTs last night. Yeah, was she up late? High knitting artisan, I agree. I think she generated them too. And considering the content, that means she thinks on the most vile things possible. It is, oh my God. It is just, it's sick. It's sick. It's sick. It is sick. And yes, I agree. If yeah, Jimmy, I mean, whatever you're going through, will you find the strength for once to put a stop to this? You have to. You have to at least do it for your children. It puts it into perspective when her mind goes truly disturbed. It is, oh my God. I can't even imagine typing that crap into a commentary box to generate a spam sleuth, whatever the prank call or whatever they are. Because the fact you have to type it in those robocalls and you can change it to female. I'm not saying some calls could have been actually from a real person. I don't know, but I do know how those apps work because I looked into it. I looked into it. Hey, Mama Ames. Ugh. Yeah, well, the fact that, and she did accuse BBT of those calls, is just, and people need to protect themselves. They need to protect themselves. And when you're threatening people with their careers and making sure that they'll never work around a particular population again, what are you thinking? Do you think people are just going to sit back and take it? Do you think everything involves an attorney and that people just can't afford it? Are you that naive? When you're threatening people's livelihoods, their careers, and you're threatening people who are mandated reporters, they're mandated reporters. Why can't you think ahead and think of consequences? Heads up, yes, knitting artisan. The fact her demeanor. I mean, I'm shaking right now. I'm literally shaking just thinking about it. Her demeanor during those types of phone calls. What was cool, calm, and collective, sassy, sarcastic. And I think if I ever received a call like that referring to, my family, uh, no, you disconnect. You disconnect. You unplug the phone. If you don't know how to block numbers, you unplug the phone. You throw the phone out the window. You throw it in the lake. You do whatever you need to do to protect yourself and your family. Your address got doxxed. No big deal to you. No big deal to you. But if you can't think for yourself, will you think at least of other people that deserve to be protected? Well, she's going to have to care at some point. This can't keep going on. It can't. The behavior needs to stop. People can try to strike her, do whatever, I'm pretty sure that live stream with those prank calls aren't even adult restricted. That they're monetized, that they're out for the public, for anyone. And she bitches about, my Fred Flintstone cartoon, and that some, child may come across it. Okay, well, maybe some child likes crafts and comes across your channel. That happened to me. Hi, Gladys. It scared me. I had to call my employee. I'm getting ready to retire, and it could have ruined my pension. I worked my whole life to be ruined by one. Not going to happen. I agree. I agree. Life isn't that kind, Carolyn. Life is not that kind. No matter how good you think you may be, okay, you are defined by your actions, okay? Life doesn't reward people by bad actions. It just doesn't. You may get away with it for a long time, but eventually it will all come down. I'm not talking about your channel, I'm talking about your behaviors. You can't keep hurting people like this. You can't. I can't either knitting. It rocks my core. It rocks my core. And oh, when you think of the victims out there, survivors, the church, um, everywhere where children have been harmed, it makes me sick. It makes me sick. that this is taken as a game because you want to be the victim. You want to be the victim. Is it worth it? Is it all worth this? I'm so tired of hearing how many people are hurt by you. Every day there's someone new that you know arises, or I get an email and say, she too hurt me. You need to stop. You just need to stop. Leave these ladies alone. Stop attacking people and attacking their spouses and their careers and threatening that you have their names in their spreadsheet. What are you going to do with all that information? What are you going to do that's going to be successful? Nothing. Nothing. You're gathering dirt. That's all you're doing, is it's your dirt to gather. And nothing will come of it except weeds. Weeds. It's like trying to deal with an unruly child, right? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to get in trouble. Don't do it. And I will tell you this, Carolyn, that people who are mandated reporters have to protect themselves. Okay? They have to protect themselves. Because if you go after a mandated reporter, you're going up the wrong tree. The wrong tree. And to her subscribers, okay, shame on all of you. Shame on all of you for what, at least what you show us out there by encouraging this, by not stepping up and just doing what is right. Forget about who you don't like and who you like. Forget about the sides, okay? Think about what is the right thing to do. What is the right thing to do? Are you all that dumb to sit there and listen to that crap? And your only concern is finding out who did it and how stupid they are that they would use their number. No, you're the stupid ones, because those numbers are generated. They don't connect. They may connect to somebody in real life, but it's not the person. Hey, Angela, how are you? Child learns from their errors. She doesn't. She continues with others who think she has wronged her. She's got to let it go. What's the worst thing that can happen if she lets us go? Nothing. Nothing. Let people go. People come in and out of our lives all the time. You let them go. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. But it's going to be okay. Hey, Cloud Cuckoo Land. I would give you, but Nana Patty's going live with the weekend. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be on long. Yeah, if you want to go over to Nana Patty's, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not going to be on long. I have to leave shortly. And the more she threatens people, the more she's digging a hole. And I don't have to come on here and say, Carolyn, you shouldn't be doing this, but I am. And I'm asking you to stop. It's not because I don't have a defense. Okay? I do. I do. I don't want to see anything bad happen to anybody, including you, for all that you've done and all that you've threatened. I still don't want to see anything bad or any harm come to anybody. But this is way out of control. You need to stop. Those prank calls was your biggest failure in trying to play that you're some victim. You're a victim of your own circumstances. That is all. The, the circumstances that you created. You wouldn't let people go. You wouldn't let your friends, once friends, leave your channel. And all of this for that. All of that for this. Was it worth it? Is it worth it? I agree, Mrs. M. If this is her business, her job, why are you doing this on your job? Why? Why? You're ruining your own job. You're basically packing up. You might as well pack up your boxes. It's like being walked to your car when you get terminated. You're doing that to yourself. You can't even create another channel. Well, you have, which is actually, yes, against Google. You only have to have one channel that's monetized or whatever. It doesn't even matter anymore. But you're you can't even take it elsewhere. There's no boundaries with you. There's no boundaries, and you can't even put it where it's for adult content only, where it's restricted. So Jimmy, what I got to say, you need to find the strength or whatever inside of you and stop this. Just stop it. She's destroying her band. But Carolyn, when you go after people and you threaten them and you threaten their careers, your intent is to instill fear, right? Intimidation. And you do. But you seem to forget that to those who you threaten with their livelihood, with their careers, okay, are going to protect themselves. And that doesn't take hundreds and thousands or $50,000, or an expensive attorney, especially when you go after people who are mandated reporters because they're protected by the state. You understand that? The state will fight for these people and protect them. That's how it works. So if you think, oh, they don't have enough money for an attorney or this and that, you're wrong. You're wrong. And a lot of people who have a license have all kinds of insurance. Falls under malpractice insurance, but it also falls under um, what's the word for it? Having your job threatened. Well, Erin, it's all good things must come to an end, huh? And I think once she detaches from all of this, I don't mean people, but just from her shtick, go through like a detox, a social media detox. I'm not saying shut her channel down. She needs to be pulled away from it. She needs to be thrown back into reality. She needs to be walked into reality. And I think she's lost connection with the real world out there. I truly do. I'm not an expert in that field, but like any addiction, social media is no different. No different. It affects the brain in negative ways. It instills paranoia, fear, and in that gray area between the likes and dislikes is that area where people fill it up with their thoughts, and it creates a life of its own. It's its own separate entity, and it becomes a beast. And this is why she needs to pull back, and she needs reality. She needs reality back. Heads up, I can't either, and these are people, her subs, who you know are so dedicated and loyal to her, loyal to the fact that, and again, I mentioned it yesterday, loyalty is when you look at that person and you imagine that person in your life for the rest of your life, because they have done so much for you and you want to do so much for them. So I ask, who's really loyal? Who can really picture their lives without her? Okay. And the fact that they allow this, and with Carolyn, a friendship is, it's all or nothing. Either you support me 100% or nothing at all. And that's her. You can't have a difference of an opinion. You can't say, as my friend, I'm concerned about you. Oh, no, no, no. No, there's the door. It's all or nothing with her. She seems to get really off on hurting people. It's her game is over. Her shtick is over, because it's not a matter of becoming desensitized to it. It is old, it is repetitive, it shows patterns year after year after year. Okay, nothing changes except for the people that she puts into these patterns. It's like a screenplay, and the characters are different. That's all. There's just different people with different names. Her behavior reminds me of Rebecca De Mornay in The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Oh, I hope you feel better, Hurricane. So I have to go. Merb, Jimmy, make it stop. Make it stop. Because I will fight like hell to protect myself, and so will BBT and other people. Do not come after people who are mandated reporters. Do not do this. That is not a threat. I am telling you that everybody has a right to protect their livelihood. This isn't Carolyn's show, okay? And no, she's not the boss of us either. The difference is we do what is necessary and we do what is right, okay? Just as you would to protect your family, I would hope. I would hope. But see, Jimmy, you have nothing to lose, right? You don't have a job, a career, whether you're retired or whatever. So think about that. How easy it is for someone to make threats against someone else's livelihood when they have nothing to lose. Nothing. Some may be scared to leave. Yeah, whatever. Then they're cowards. I'm sorry. Nobody would ever make me stay or go against my will. Ever. Ever. I don't care who it is. You cannot make me ever be under the control of somebody else. Never. And if you like her and you think she doesn't do any wrong or harm in allowing that kind of filth to come through a phone, okay, then hey, all the more power to you. You're just as disgusting. You are just as disgusting. And you're always looking for an excuse. They just hate you. They're just jealous. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. All right. Listen, Nana Patty apparently is live in the cooking channel. I've got to head out the door. I'll talk to you guys whenever. All right. Be safe. And Jimmy, you got to do something. You have to do something. You have to. You have to. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for coming. Bye.